All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sky Keck here alongside Heath Carver. We're back at the Red Kingdom here in Bacon County tonight as the Bacon County Red Raiders get ready to take on Valwood tonight, Heath.
Yeah, they coming all the way from Hayhire over here to the Red Kingdom for a scrimmage game. But, man, Coach Brad Wells is bringing a very good team in here. They're a private school, but in their area, boy, they sure have been dominant. So we're looking for a good game here tonight against our Red Raiders.
And, Heath, I mean, we might as well talk about it. There's been a ton of hype and excitement in this community over the last week since last week's ball game, and these guys are, riding a high coming in here tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. They came out last Friday night in a different element that we've seen them come out with, man. They were not going to be denied other than the first opening drive that stalled out pretty quick. They pretty much opposed their will against Appleton County, both on offense and defense. Left Appleton County leaving here questioning a few things, and like you said, a definitely big high. But talking to Coach Williams afterwards, after the game, they're feeding the guys. He was saying, we're going to celebrate this to midnight, then we're going to start back over, and I think that's what they've done this week for sure.
Well, that's been the main talking point this week, and anybody that I've talked to is sustaining success.
That's right.
Not just having success in that moment, but continuing that success, and the continuation starts here tonight in this second scrimmage game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a telltale sign for us where we're at the season. And, starting next week off, we go right into the Lions Den, in my opinion. When you start with Clinch County coming over, that's just a traditional powerhouse school, and we're definitely going to see what we're made of there too. And we heard Coach Williams say it many times. He's treating this like an SEC schedule. We got to win every week.
Yeah, and every week it's not going to be easy. And we scrimmaged a good team last week. We scrimmaged another good team this week, getting ourselves ready for the regular season. And then, like you just said, you start off with Clinch County. That's been a perennial powerhouse, especially here in South Georgia, but they're well known across the state at this point.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows about Clinch County. And, again, we'll see how our Red Raiders answer the call tonight. We're getting to the point here where we're getting a coin toss. We got our seniors come out on the field. Our seniors tonight is number 13, Scooter Johnson, number 8, Mike Dixon, and number 68, Sam Carver. For me, good group of guys, for sure. Watched them grow up, and I'm excited for their leadership on this team. Not only them, but the other seniors that we've got. They're definitely the ones that's going to help pull the weight. But then you got a good group of juniors behind that's going to really help out. When you start talking about the Nolan Powells and Cameron Merritts and those ones there on the defensive side, it's definitely going to be a telltale sign for us to see how quick we grow up, for sure.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week. We've got a good group of seniors, and, they've done a lot. They're going to do a lot this season for us. And then the groups behind them, starting with that junior class, man, they're just loaded. And they've gotten a lot of reps themselves over the years, varsity reps. And so those guys, have kind of been here, done this before.
And, like you said, the juniors and the seniors both. You look at Mike Dixon, if I'm not mistaken, he's a 4-year starter for us back there at the DB. Sam's been there since his sophomore year, starting at center position. That's big influence to have, but then you throw in the junior class that's going to help carry. But then, we're still young, too. We got a lot of sophomores playing on the field that, a lot of times you wouldn't like to have, but they're dominating the game, too. So glad to have those sophomores making a difference for sure.
Yeah, the bottom line is we can say we've got a lot of good players and a lot of talent on this roster.
Yep, we sure do. And looks like we moving them behind our banner and going to run them out here and get started. Sky wasn't even paying attention on how the coin flip went for us.
No, I wasn't either. I was up here concentrated on watching this crowd file in. As we were talking about it a while ago, we've got a pretty good crowd here so far.
Oh, yeah, and it's like you said, the hype's been there this week. We made a lot of excitement, a lot of noise last week, and our crowd's definitely going to help out. We do want to real quick thank different ones throughout the week that fed our guys. And, man, that's one thing, Sky, you coach baseball, you see it. Our community steps up for our kids.
Oh, absolutely.
And, man, we can't thank them enough because it takes a village to do what we do as far as the booster club and things like that. And, you know, we just can't thank them enough for what they do for us.
Yeah, and so much goes into it. It's not, as simple as it may seem. There's a lot of planning and coordination and a lot of people that have to do the groundwork for things, and then the people that show up and make it happen. And, I mean, like you said, it just takes a village. And, here in Bacon County, being, a small single-A school, we have it as good as a lot of those bigger schools and higher classifications.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do. We got great facilities. To me, we got one of the better natural grass fields around. I love our field. And like I said, it's the community that's helped us out so much, or the football team. Not only football team, you got over 100-plus kids in the band. Their band boosters are great doing what they're doing. The cheerleaders that go involved with that for what I reckon we call football season. But, man, you go out there and just ask for something, and the community just gives it to us. So we want to thank them for sure for everything they do. It looks like we're going to receive here. It looks like it's going to be just a dead kick this week again, with it being a scrimmage game. But I know Valwood's bringing in a quarterback, a dual-threat quarterback. I think he had over 1,000 yards rushing and close to 2,000 yards passing last year. So he's definitely going to try our defense for sure. And then on their defensive side, watching them warm up, man, they just got a lot of big bodies.
Yeah, I know. I've been told that they've been a solid program here, especially recently. And, again, it's just a good challenge. And, these games, they don't count record-wise, but you're just setting yourself up playing these good teams to get yourself ready for the regular season, and you get to be in, moments that maybe you wouldn't be in if you played lesser teams, And so it's just good to play schools like this.
And I'll give Coach Williams credit because, not having a spring game he could pick up this second preseason game, he could have went out and got a scrub team. But, Valwood's got a name for himself. And Valwood kicks off a nice high kick. It's going to come down to about the 3-yard line. Santiago Bazel's going to get it, and they're going to bring it up to about the 20-yard line, and that's where our offense is going to start. Sky, I want to see us just come out here and, with this first drive and drive it down the field like we had good work last week doing. See how we can get Scotland, Hennessy going on the offensive side. That's going to be the key part of getting it into our playmakers' hands. We talked about it, and I'm interested to see. It looks like they're going to run a slight double team up to Santiago's side to start with. But we've got trips down to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Scotland Hennessy is our quarterback. High snap. Number 6 takes the ball, bounces it outside, tries to get outside, nowhere to run. Number 6 is Roderick Adams for the carry. He's a freshman.
Yeah, and after last week you mentioned Santiago, he goes for 3 touchdowns. And Appleton, they tried playing him one-on-one, and that didn't work out very well for him.
No, it did not. Scotland rolls down to the bottom side, sets up, throws, and just out-throws our wide receiver a little bit, trying to get that touch in there. Again, we're setting up, kind of doing what we were doing last week with the passing game. See if we can catch them sleeping on that one, and covered great by their defense. They're having a time getting the ball in, it looks like. Our lineman finally gets set up over it. We're still in trips down to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top, shotgun, and we get them to jump. Great job by our O-line not to move. You can see that DN sneaking up in a hurry.
And, one thing that's been talked about coming out of last week is the tempo we played with at times, getting up, getting on the ball, getting it snapped. And the second play from scrimmage there, we showed that and tried to do that.
Yep. We run twins to the top, twins to the bottom side. Fake the handoff, swing it to Santiago. He's trying to get some guys to miss him, and they bring him down. He picks up about 2 yards on the play, but that's going to be well short of the first down. And that's where we're going to punt it away right here. Again, the first drive, we'd like to see them a little bit further. But we're going to trust Coach Williams and them on filling them out and seeing what they got for us. They're going to be a sound team all the way throughout. Coach Wells is well known for having his teams prepared to play in a game. And they're going to be a tough act for us. We got Whitman Tire doing our long snapping, number 61. Number 3, Isaiah. And they're going to call a delay of game on us. So he's going to back us up another 5 yards. That's going to put Isaiah on the 5-yard line punting here. Nice end-over-end punt. And it's going to bounce, and he's going to pick it up. But with it being special teams being dead, that's where Valwood's going to take over. And we give them pretty good field position right there.
Yeah, so we'll get to see our defense come out. We'll get to see this quarterback that we've heard about for the last week, and we'll see what we got for him tonight.
And our D-line, man, they played a heck of a game last week. We talked about they forced 3 turnovers. And, again, talked about it last week. If you can win that turnover battle, you usually come out victorious at the end of it. Tonight we start with our 4-man front across the front. Notably, we are missing Thayer Moore. I think they're just nursing a tweak muscle injury with him. Low snap. Number 25 takes the handoff, and he does get about 3 yards on the play, brought down by number 13, Scooter Johnson. Valwood comes out. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 down to the bottom. They've got an up back on the end of the line down here at the bottom, 1 running back in the backfield. Swinging to number 1. And, man, he's tripped up, luckily. We about getting behind the line of scrimmage, but he wiggled loose and fell forward for about 3 yards. Going to bring up third and I'll say about 4.
That was a good play there by LeBron Smith out on the edge. He recognized it, broke on it quick.
Valwood comes out with 2 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Hand it off again right up the middle.
Nothing
number
going.
77 meets him right here in the hole, drags him down along with number 21. Henson Music. Great job by them, just meeting them right here in the hole, nowhere to go. Going to bring up 4th down and they said 2. I'm going to probably go about 2.5. Give us the benefit of the doubt here. But Valwood is on our side of the football field trying to get a first down right here. They try to get us to draw off sides. Look to the sideline to get the call. They got trips down to the bottom side, 1 wide receiver up top. Running back in the backfield. Quarterback sneak, number 1, right up the middle. And we meet him, but he's going to fall forward for a first down. Great job by our D-line to make the stop, but just not enough on that to make a stop where it didn't get them a first down. And that's going to be the thing with this team tonight. That number 1, that quarterback, is going to play a huge role in what he can do.
Yeah, we initially hit him there right at the line or right behind it, and just that little second effort at the end got him the first down.
Valwood with first down and 10 on Bacon County's about 44-yard line. They run 1 wide receiver up top, 1 down to the bottom. Fake the handoff. Got number 5 on the slant pass for a completion. Going to pick up about 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was a good, accurate throw there, which watching this quarterback in warm-ups, that was pretty much what he done the entire time that I was watching him.
Valwood comes out with a tempo offense. And, man, we beat them behind in the backfield. Great job by number 23.
That's Carter Chansey.
And number 13, Scooter Johnson, met him, dropped him for about a 6-yard loss, 4-yard loss. Going to bring up second down and 14. Valwood's on Bacon County's 28-yard line. Trips down to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Number 25 is their lone running back. They change the play, and we move our defense around a little bit. And we fake the handoff. He pulls it, swings it to number 10, and he cuts it back inside, still on his feet, and finally met by a host of Red Raiders. One I saw coming in there full speed was number 12.
It's Amari Riles.
Amari Riles come flying in there after they held him up. That probably wasn't a good place for him to want to be at that moment.
No, and we had a hat for a hat there. You know, regardless of what they done, we had somebody there on the running back. We had a guy for the quarterback, and then eventually we had a host of Raiders there for the eventual receiver.
Their quarterback took a hit. You don't want him being hit that many times that hard. Bring up third down and about 8 for Valwood. They run a man in motion, run a little screen pass. It tips it up.
Wow.
And number 25 is going to go in for the score. That looked like a play that just we defended it. It just bounced their way there.
Yeah, that ball got batted up in the air and came right back down into the intended receiver's hands. I think the
illegal man downfield, so that's going to bring that back. Ooh, we got a break on that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it bounced off the lineman's shoulder pads. Going to back them up a little bit more. Going to be third down and I'll say 12 on the Red Raiders' 26-yard line. 6 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. And looks like Valwood is going to call a timeout. I think the coach wants to talk to the white hat about that call.
Yep, and with that timeout, we'll take our first timeout of the night here. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we've got the teams come back out on the field here for this third down and 12 for Valwood with 6 minutes and 34 seconds here in the first quarter.
Sky, I want to tell you, when the coaches are arguing that play that early, they're going to run a screen a lot tonight.
Oh, yeah, you know that's something they'll probably come back to and something they'll want to be able to have success on.
But they come out with twins to the bottom, twins to the top, one wide receiver in the backfield. Number 1 goes back to pass. He's got some time. And we flush him out of the pocket and drop him. He picks up about a yard gain on the play. Great job by our defensive line to put pressure on him. And number 21, Henson Music, came in for the tackle. And that's going to bring up fourth down. See what Valwood chooses to do here. Looks like they're going to do a field goal. So this will be a 35-yard field goal from the bottom hash, left hash, for number 24 for Valwood. It should be dead ball. Snaps up. It's got the distance. It is no good. Must be wide right.
He had the leg for it.
He had plenty of leg on it. So our Red Raiders are going to take over here on offense with 5 minutes and 36 seconds in the first quarter. on the 25-yard line. Our Red Raiders come out with twins to the bottom side, twins to the top side. Scotland Hennessy at quarterback in shotgun. Hands it up right at the middle. And, man, he's met right at the line. Going to fall forward for a couple of yards there, number 6. Hands off number 1. He's trying to beat the outside. And, man, he scoots through. Going to pick up a couple of yards, but couldn't find a hole opening at all. Going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for our Red Raiders.
Yeah, Valwood's definitely playing the run pretty well so far here tonight, early on in this game.
They're showing blitz. Little too high there across the middle. He had Isaiah streaking down the middle of the field.
Yeah, if he hits him there, that's probably a big play. He had room to run after the catch.
It looks like we've got a flag on the play. See what the flag is. Well, they gave us something there. We need to answer back right here. Unsportsmanlike on the defense. That's a big 15-yard penalty right there and gives our Red Raiders a 1st down.
Yeah, that's great for us.
You don't like to see that as a coach for sure. Bacon County comes out, put a man in motion, fake the handoff, pass it to number 26, and he makes one guy miss. Great catch and great pass, but, man, who was it? Number 17, Noah Cawthon, right out here with that block.
Yep, that's him.
Freed it up for sure. And here we are running speed or tempo again. Hand off number 1, and he's met in the backfield. Scoots out of 1. How he got anything out of that, man, that was just pure heart and effort on that play.
Yeah, that's Jamon Ellis getting the handoff.
3rd down and a 1 yard to go. Send the man in motion. Roll Scotland to the bottom side. He's going to pass it off to number 26, and he fumbles it. Oh, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Whew, I think we got lucky on that one.
Yeah, that was close there.
Bring up 4th and 1 now for our Red Raiders. We're running tempo. Trying to catch Valwood sleeping a little bit. Snap, hand it off, number 6 right at the middle. And, man, I think he's going to fall forward for the 1st down.
Yep, he'll have enough.
Carried by number 6, Adams, 1st down.
We come out with trips to the bottom side, 1 wide receiver to the top. Man, he's by himself, and they're playing off of him. I look for him to look for him right there, ready to go.
Just off the fingertips there. You got to think, anytime we look out there and see one-on-one coverage with Santiago, we're going to throw it that way.
If I'm Coach O'Brien, I'm definitely looking at that for sure. We coming out with 2nd down and 10 for our Red Raiders. We got twins to the bottom side, twins to the top. We run a man in motion.
That's going to be a false start there on the left guard.
A little bit too quick there. Brings us back to the 50-yard line. Red Raiders got twins to the top, twins to the bottom, send a man in motion.
Another flag.
Another false start. You definitely don't want to see too many of those. That guy is way behind the sticks here, 2nd down and 20. Giving up field position that we had a pretty good field position just a few minutes ago. Guys getting a little excited, a little antsy. Scotland rolls down to the bottom down here. Passes to number 17. And he's open for the catch. He's going to pick up close to that 10 yards.
Yep, get us back to around the original line of scrimmage there.
3rd and 11 is what they're calling it. Great job. He's come up big for us the last couple of weeks. Noah has. I'm pretty sure hands, it looks like so far. We run a man in motion down to the bottom. Fake the handoff. And Scotland's going to pull it. He's going to run with it.
He's going to slide down there before he takes a big hit.
Going to bring up 4th down and 9 for our Red Raiders. They were trying to get it to San Diego up top, but they're rolling 2 and 3 people over on top of him right now. And it looks like we're going to run our punt team out. Whitman Tires, our lone snapper. End over end kick. It's going to pin them deep on about the 11-yard line. Well,
got some laundry on the field there.
How we got a penalty flag and they ain't got no defense out here? We've definitely not looked as crisp as we did against Appling the other night. We got a lot of penalties we got to clean up for sure. High kick. Going to drop about the 18-yard line.
Yep, so that's where Valwood set up shop here with 2 minutes and 1 second left here in the first quarter.
We had a sustained drive right there, but just couldn't keep it going, couldn't keep the momentum going our way. Those 2 big false start penalties there hurt us for sure, backing us up to 2nd and 20. So we definitely got something to clean up, but we saw some things that could happen. But, man, Valwood is they're definitely spying on San Diego, so we're going to have to find an answer on that end. Valwood comes out with twins to the bottom, 1 wide receiver to the top. Quarterback walks up and changes the play. Sends a man in motion. Fake the handoff. Number 25 takes it right up the middle. And, man, he just didn't have nobody touch him until he got about 15 yards down the field.
Yeah, just a big hole there for him to run through, and he probably got about 15 yards before he was ever contacted, Heath.
Yeah, that's definitely something we got to clean up right here. We got to clog that middle for sure. Valwood comes out. They run trips to the top side, 1 running back in the backfield. Now they're switching over, moving their up back to the top side. So that's 4 wide receivers up to the top. 1 running back in the backfield. Hand it off to him up the middle. He makes a couple of guys miss and finally drugged down by number 5, Jalen Marion, and number 21, hint some music. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2. One minute and 15 seconds left on the clock for the first quarter. Valwood again is moving the ball and got it across our side of the 50. Going to hand it off to number 25 again.
He's breaking some tackles out there, Heath.
He made some guys miss, but he's going to pick up a first down.
25 once again on the carry. Tackled by number 5, Marion.
It's a first down and 10 for the Valwood Valiants.
That's right.
On the Bacon County 45. They run twins to the top, twins down to the bottom. Running out of shotgun formation. Sends the man in motion. Hands it off again to number 25. And he's brought down, grabbed first by number 77, Mason Johnson. Then number 15 and number 11 come in there and cleaned it up for him.
Yeah, you had the whole defensive line in the backfield there contributing to that play.
I'm sorry, 14, not 15, 14. Them jerseys gets bunched up. It's hard to see them numbers sometimes.
2nd down and 10.
They run trips down to the bottom side. Number 5's the lone wide receiver up top. Fake the handoff, or thought he was. He handed it to him, and he drags forward about 5 yards. Number 5 brings him down, Jalen Marion. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for Valwood. And I think that's going to carry it into the first quarter. So here at the Red Kingdom, into the first quarter, it is 0-0, Sky.
Yep, not a lot of action going on here so far. We've seen some penalties that have set both teams back, honestly. And right now, Valwood's got a little drive going. So, Heath, when we come back, we'll see how this drive concludes.
Yep.
All right, we're back here at the start of the second quarter. Valwood has the ball here in plus territory on the 41-yard line.
They come out with twins on both sides, top and bottom. One running back in the backfield. He switches sides of the quarterback. And they could sling it real quick.
He'll pick up another first down there on the completion.
Looks like number 88 for Valwood.
Tackle made by number 15, Smith, and number 21, Music.
Valwood comes out with trips to the bottom side, one wide receiver to the top. Man across Valwood's, the front of Valwood's line. I'd say they averaging at least, 260, 270?
Yeah, they've got some good-sized bodies up there on the offensive line.
I don't know what the White Hat's trying to signal in here.
We've got something going on here that's delaying the action right now.
Yep. Valwood comes out, trips to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Number 25 is a nice-looking running back, man. He keeps his feet driving for Valwood. Hands it out, or don't hand it off. Number 1 takes it.
That's big number 77, Mason Johnson, there in the backfield.
Tackler in the backfield by number 77, Mason Johnson.
And that's one number you probably won't get confused.
Nah, you know Mason.
Also 1, be second down and 11.
And, man, if you can get him rolling and doing what we need to do, man, he's going to be a force out there for our Bacon County Red Raiders. And, you know, you're looking at an 11th grader. So he's coming back again. Looking for a pass, number 1. And he just slings it out there, and their wide receiver's covered completely. And I think the quarterback was feeling the pressure coming, so he just got rid of it quick. That's going to bring up a big third down here for our Red Raiders. It'll be third down and 11 for Valwood. Again, deep into our territory. They're on the 35-yard line of Bacon County. They run trips to the bottom, one wide receiver up top. And that number 25 running back is definitely a threat to run. Quarterback runs back, throws a little screen pass. And, man, we meet that up. Oh, he's still on his feet, though. And, man, that's what you want to see on the defense.
Yeah, you had a lot of Raiders out there on that play.
Every Red had except for one, and that's the cornerback on the other end of the field covering a wide receiver was in on that tackle. That right there is just a pure team tackle right there. Valwood looks like they're going to punt it here. Number 12, Amari Riles, is back deep to return the punt. But it's going to be a special teams dead this week again. Oh, a little rugby kick.
Mario, watch that sail over his head, but Valwood will get a good bounce there as the Raiders will be pinned inside the 10-yard line to start this drive.
That was a nice little kick right there to just kill it. That was for Valwood. They're going to want that all year long. But our Red Raiders are pinned deep here, and what we got, 92 yards to go. 9 minutes and 51 seconds left in the half. Our Red Raiders come out with twins to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Fake the handoff. Hit Santiago in the slant. Big first down for our Red Raiders right there. Great pitch and catch by Santiago.
First down, Raiders.
Bring up first down for our Red Raiders. 1st and 10 on a nice pass. We run twins to the bottom, twins to the top. Hand it off up the middle to number 6. He's going to pick up a yard or two on the play.
We just haven't been able to get much going on the ground game here so far, Heath.
We're running with a little tempo, 2nd down and 7. Hand it off number 1. He's got some speed. He cuts it upfield. He's got one guy to beat. He's tippy-toeing across the sideline, and they finally drag him out of bounds, but not after a pickup of about 12 yards for a first down for our Red Raiders.
And that's Jamon Ellis out there.
Jamon Ellis.
He's got speed to spare out there.
If he gets to the edge, he's going to be hard to stop and catch. Brings up first down for our Red Raiders. Hand it off to him again down here to the bottom side. He's trying to get number 32 to miss. He spins and goes the other way direction. Turns it upfield, met by number 7. He's shifty for sure. He's going to be hard to bring down, but he loses 2 yards on the play.
Ellis on the carry.
Going to bring up second down and 11 for our Red Raiders. We run twin trips to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Fake the handoff. And a little miscommunication right there between Scotland. He was looking for it in the flats area, and Santiago was going to do a hitch and go, it looked like.
Yeah, just on separate pages there.
Going to bring up third down and 11 for our Red Raiders. We put a guy in motion. Number 25 gets it. Tries to get him one guy to miss, but, man, he hits him pretty hard. He's going to pick up about 6. But that's going to bring up fourth down and about 5 for our Red Raiders.
Yeah, just found ourselves there in third and long. This is one of those down and distances that you don't want to find yourself in too often, Heath.
Yep. It's one of those things, we just got to, when you're on and everything's clicking in that passing game, you can move it down the field, but sometimes it takes some time to get settled into it. And our Red Raiders are going to punt it away again. The end-over-end kick again. And it's going down at about the 13-yard line there. Nice kick by Isaiah.
Yeah, again, you can rely on Isaiah. We've talked about it before. He's a good weapon for us to have in the special teams game.
Yep. Valwood's going to take over again. Here, 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in the half. The score here in Bacon County is 0-0. Valwood comes out with trips to the bottom side. One running back in the backfield. Number 25. He's been pretty dangerous all night. They hand it off to him again. He gets the edge. He makes one guy miss. And he's finally tripped up and brought down. But, man, he picks up about 25 yards on the play.
Yeah, and once again there, he was just able to shed a couple tackles.
We've got to definitely be able to keep him contained. If not, he's going to have a very good night over here. And they do a little swing pass. Brought down by number 5. Quick pass will kill you. Going to bring up second down and about 5. They hand it off to number 25 again. They make him cut up field. He's still making guys miss.
Yeah, this is just a really solid back that we're seeing here tonight so far.
Great vision. He's making his cuts when he needs to and lowering his head and just keep driving his feet. They come out with twins to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top, look to the sideline, change the play up. Hands it off again to number 25.
Number 25 on the carry. Tackle by number 11, Merritt.
And we got an injured Valwood player on the field.
Yeah, Heath, and we'll take a break and come back. All right, we're back here on this 2nd and 11 for Valwood on the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Valwood comes out with twins to the top, bottom, send the man in motion. Hands off again to number 25, and he's got a clean hole. Drug down by number 22.
That is Caden Barnes.
Caden Barnes for the tackle. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. Valwood's gotten some nice drives and just hadn't come away with any points. We've done a good job of bending but not breaking on the defensive side. Send a man in motion. Little shuttle pass to him. He's trying to stretch the field, and that's holding all day over here. Best I can see.
We have plenty of guys there to stretch that out and force him out of bounds there.
Yep. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 for Valwood. And in our territory, I look for them to go for it here. We didn't buy into that at all. We'd been practicing that when we seen that on film. Our guys did a great job with that. Valwood comes out with twins to the top, one wide receiver down to the bottom. A little smaller running back in the backfield. They're going to get us to jump. Pick up a 1st down.
That's what we didn't want to do right there.
No, we're a little too antsy. Going to give them a 1st down, a new set of downs right here. And when we do it to ourselves, we definitely don't want that at all. So 5 minutes and 9 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Valwood starts with a new set of downs down on the 33-yard line of the Bacon County Red Raiders. They run one wide receiver to the top, one to the bottom. They got a tight end right here. Looking back to throw. Really nowhere to go, but he's got a man wide open, and a touchdown. Number 8 to Valwood.
And Heath, we're going to have a first here. We've got a replay system set up tonight, so we're going to show our first replay here on the Red Raider broadcast. Again, it is the preseason for the broadcast team as well, Heath.
Yeah, we were trying something new, and it's going to definitely be beneficial when we get the kinks worked out of it. But they're setting up for the PAT. Yeah, Brent was all excited when I come here telling me all about it.
Yeah, we've got a replay system set up tonight. We've got a roaming camera that's capturing fans and the student section and the band, and so we got all kinds of new tricks up our sleeve tonight.
You know, it's all being ran by our students out of Mr. Brent Johnson's class, or you might can help me out more with that, but, you know, they give their time to come up here and do this.
Yeah, it's all part of his TSA that students join. It's one of the clubs and organizations here at the school, and these kids have actually been on the broadcast team now for a couple of years, and so they've learned all the tools of the trade, and we've got the gear and the equipment to be able to do all of these different things. And so tonight we're trying them out. Hopefully this season we'll be able to deliver some really good content to all of our viewers out there other than just listening to me and Heath all the time.
I know that gets old. But that Valwood does bring the score 7-0 with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first half. Sky, we've got to get something going on offense that can just bring us down the field. We knew coming into this Valwood was going to be very disciplined on defense, and they have not let anything get through their defense right yet. So it'd definitely be something to see because they get the ball back at the second half, to start the second half. So we need to answer back here with a score.
Yeah, so far they've just done a good job of really containing us. We haven't really hit the big plays so far in the game. We've had a couple go for around 10 to 15 yards, but just nothing that's, gotten us in a position to score or put points on the board in general.
Yep.
But we can always change all of that right here on this drive.
Oh, yeah. We showed last week when we're clicking, we can definitely put some points on the board. Our Red Raiders, we come out with a tight set. We changed quarterback. We got Amari Riles back at quarterback. And he just takes it right up the middle, trying to make a guy miss. And he's going to pick up a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, we're going to get to see his package here in the playbook as Amari is kind of our wildcat quarterback.
Yeah, he's definitely an all-around athlete, three-sport athlete. Staying with the wildcat package. He bobbles the snap, picks it up. He's trying to make some guys miss, and they get a hold of him. And they bring him down with a huge loss. It's going to be all the way down to our 5-yard line. And Coach Williams is going to call a timeout right here.
Yeah, we're kind of just sputtering out there, Heath. We just can't get our foot underneath us and get our bearings going in the right direction.
It's one of those things. We're trying a few different things and seeing if it's going to work. And right now we haven't been successful in any of those things. And like I said, definitely got us backed up big time here with third down and a country mile or third down and Waycross if you want to.
I feel like we just haven't been able to sustain drives here so far tonight. As it feels like we've got on the field and then immediately got right off.
Yep.
And Valwood, seems like they've took up most of this first half with their run game and just holding on to the football and just chewing that clock up.
And again, it's only 7-0. This game's far from over. We'd like to see us answer right here to do something that can help us out. Swing the momentum into our favor. Right now, it's not going in our favor at all. And it goes all the way back to looking at that screen pass, just the way it bounced. We've got twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Scotland Hennessy's back at quarterback. They're playing a deep prevent defense. He rears back. He throws it deep. Just outside the diving hands of our wide receiver out there to try to make a play on the ball. He had a step on him.
We've missed 2 huge plays so far on deep balls just by a matter of inches twice.
And they kick it, punt it off. Valwood's going to take over about the 35-yard line. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. They're looking to put another score on the board here before halftime.
Yeah, and Heath, I'm sitting here recognizing we've got some former Red Raiders. We've got Brody Rowland sitting out here in the stands, played for us 2 years ago when his dad coached here. And I've noticed we've got Knox Ledbetter and Jason Guest and D'Anthony Peanut Harrison down there on the sideline tonight.
I thought I saw Peanut out there playing Waterboy a little bit.
Yep.
For our guys. Valwood comes out with trip to the bottom side. Peanut's one of my wrestlers, man. He's just special to me. They hand it off number 25. He's trying to find him a hole, and we swallow him up. Good job by our D-line right there just to clog the hole, didn't let him go nowhere. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Valwood.
3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Valwood is on the Raider 35-yard line.
They run twins to the bottom, one wide receiver up top. They're going to let the clock tick down here.
We'll throw one up there to the top side. We'll wrestle him out of bounds, but he'll have enough for first down, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they're going to call him just short. It's going to be 2nd and inches.
Clock's ticking on down, 2:36 left. They hand it off to number 25. He makes a guy miss. And big number 77 come across there and separated him from his helmet. And it wasn't up high either. He come right across his chest. Big Mason was right here to make the stop. But they did pick up a first down on that play. Going to be first down and 10. Or 2nd down and 7. Not real sure what they're doing over there.
Got a flag down. It's going to be a false start on Valwood.
So they must have picked up a first down. So that's going to back them up. Going to bring up 2nd down and 13 for our Red Raiders. They run trips to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Sends a man in motion, empty backfield. And they're going to do
picked up by Nolan Powell.
Great pick by Nolan Powell right here to come up with a huge play for our defense right here. Oh, man, he just stepped right in front of that.
Yeah, they were trying to set up what looked like maybe a little tunnel screen there in the middle of the field. Nolan was just underneath it. And man, Heath, I guess defensive lineman can catch.
I know Charlie's somewhere dancing right now. But our Red Raiders get the ball with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the half. We run twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Going to throw it out to number 17.
Man, you'd like to see us cash in on that opportunity right there. That was a big momentum swing of a play.
It definitely was. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for our Red Raiders. We're going to that twins package we've been in most of the year. Scotland goes back to throws it to number 7. And we make the completion. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 5 for our Red Raiders. We're trying to get up on the ball because the clock is ticking. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the half. Our Red Raiders are trying to answer right here and make a score. Fake the handoff to number 6. Throws it to number 7. He makes a guy miss. And he's going to make the completion all the way down to about the 35-yard line, pick up a first down for our Red Raiders. The clock stops till the chains are set. And our Red Raiders are getting back up on top of the ball.
I'm going to show some of that tempo here.
Snap it. Throw the flag. Throw the flag. Too many guys on the field.
I think
they're going to call a timeout.
Valwood got the timeout in, so we'll take a timeout here with 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in the first half. All right, we're back here. We got a 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders on the Valwood 35-yard line.
We run our twins package. Scotland back at quarterback. Drops back to pass. And they're going to get them on for a defensive encroachment. That's going to move them up 5 yards.
We'll take them how we can get them.
That's right. 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the half. Our Red Raiders have got a nice drive here going for the first time tonight. Scotland drops back to pass. He's got him. In and out of the hands of Santiago, covered by 2 men. That was a chancy pass.
But when you've got a guy like Santiago out there, those chances are slightly in your favor.
They are. Brings up 2nd down and 5 for our Red Raiders. We hand it off to number 6. He makes a guy miss, and he's going to come down about the 1 yard, or it's going to be close. I think he's going to bring his 3rd down and 1. We're trying to get on the ball, get set. Hand it off to him again. And he falls forward for a 1st down, and that's going to stop the clock long enough for the chains. And I think we're going to call a timeout.
Yep, 32 seconds to go here in the first half. Your Raiders are trying to put some points on the board for the first time here tonight. As Heath, we've been able to put a couple plays together here on this drive. You know, talked about not being able to sustain a drive so far, it seemed like, but we've got a little something going for us right here, and hopefully we can cash in the end zone.
Yeah, our guys definitely, after that interception, wants to put some points on the board. Again, that was big for us last week. We come out with 32 seconds left in the half. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. One running back in the backfield. Scotland goes back to pass. Hits a guy in the flat, number 3. He's trying to get forward. Going to come up short from going out of bounds. I was bringing up 2nd down and 3.
That clock's ticking down to 12 seconds.
Scotland drops back to pass. He's rolling down to the bottom side. Incomplete pass. 2 seconds left on the clock. Scotland was trying to make some things happen there. I was trying to hit Noah Cawthorn. It looks like we're going to try a field goal here with 2 seconds left in the half to put some points on the board. We talked about it earlier. It's nice to have Isaiah as a weapon. Nice to get a little game look to this for our snapper and our holder and everybody.
Coach Thad's pretty hot about something down there.
Yeah, I don't know what Coach Thad's about there. But it is up. And it is good. So, we got some points on the board, Sky. It's not being the prettiest in the world. But our Red Raiders are answering the call right here, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, we'll go in halftime down 7-3. So far, Heath, tell me what you like and what you don't like.
Defensively, man, we're holding on. We had a busted coverage there for the touchdown in the second quarter. Other than that, man, our defense has been stout. We got the turnover. Our offense, we just got to start clicking on offense. We did kind of answer back there. We did get some points off the turnover. That's what we want every time we get a turnover. But we just got to get some fire about us.
Yeah, and got to give some credit to Valwood. They've played pretty well here in the first half. They've been stout up front on both sides of the ball for the most part.
There was no doubt they were going to come in here to play ball. When you're the defending state champ, I don't care if it's private or whatever, you're well coached. And they definitely proven that tonight as they traveled over here to Bacon County. And it's a battle. And our guys, I hope that we'll see how tough we are here in the third and fourth quarter.
Yep, and so with that, we've got 19 minutes to go here at halftime, so we'll take a break from up here in the press box, and we'll be back with you to start the second half. All right, we're back here to begin the second half with the Bacon County Red Raiders trailing Valwood 7-3. As Heath, we're going to start the second half on defense, and hopefully we can get it back to our offense quick and let our offense start clicking and put some more points up on the board and hopefully take the lead here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we definitely need to get the ball out of Valwood's hands early. Don't let them keep a long drive like they did the first half going. New Valwood's going to come in being a very disciplined team, and they've definitely played to that standard tonight where they haven't let us break anything or get anything outside of them. They've been very disciplined on defense. And on offense, they wearing us out as far as possession, and their running back number 25. He ain't the tallest guy out there, but he's definitely running with some power behind him. We're gonna have to put a body on him and not just arm tackle him. But Isaiah kicks off, and it's fairly short, and it's gonna come down about the 20-yard lines where they're gonna wrangle it up at. And, man, I'll tell you, I know there wasn't no blockers out there, but we had some guys screaming down that field. Next week, if that's the case and it falls in front of them, that might be an interesting ball.
Yeah, we'll get to see it for real next week.
That's right. So our defense is going to come onto the field. Valwood's going to start on offense here in the third quarter. And if I'm not mistaken, Sky, I think the fourth quarter is going to be turned over to our JV, so our Red Raiders have 11 minutes and 57 seconds to figure it out and see if we can't put some scores on the board here.
Yeah, we want to get a quick stop here and turn it back over to the offense.
Valwood comes out with trips up top, one running back in the backfield. He loses a pass, and just over the outstretched hands of his receivers, we had two defenders running into each other right there. That was well covered. Brings up second down. Valwood comes out with twins to the bottom, twins to the top, one wide receiver to the bottom. Our Red Raiders look like we're going to do press. Fake the handoff to number 25. Number 1 bounces it outside, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. Great option. And looks like a little bit of extracurriculars out there.
Flag on the play.
We definitely don't want to see that. Let's see what they call. Looks like there's a couple of flags down. Looks like a personal foul on us.
On the defense.
And you definitely didn't want that. That's going to mark off another 15 yards for them.
Yeah, we were one play away from getting the ball back there, and then Valwood's going to get a fresh set of downs.
Going to bring it down all the way to the 46-yard line of Valwood. We come out with our 4-man front across the defensive line. 3 linebackers, 4 DBs. Number 1's going to take the ball, handoff. And he's wrapped up by number 23 and brought down behind the line. Great job by number 23.
That's Carter Chancey out
Carter
there.
Chancey, yep.
Second down and 11.
They come trips to the top side. Quarterback's dropping back to pass. He's got time. Looking across the middle, and it's broken up by number 1. Great job by him.
Jamon out there.
He had a good game last week for us. Brings up third down and about, I said 11 and a half.
Yeah, perfect time for the defense to make a stand and get off the field right here.
Don't do nothing stupid. They run one wide receiver to the top, twins down or trips down to the bottom. Quarterback goes back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He's scrambling, trying to make things happen. And it's right through the hands of the wide receiver. He was getting pressured.
There's a flag on the play. They're going to call Valwood for a hold here.
Oh, well, we're going to decline that.
Flag on the play on the offense is declined.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 11. Great job by our defense. I wish they had done that 4 plays earlier instead of making that bonehead mistake we made. And our offense is going to come onto the field here for the first time in the second half. We've got Santiago Bazell dropping back deep for the return tonight because of being the scrimmage is dead ball. Next week it'll be live. Valwood's kicker been pretty good tonight. He's been as deep. High kick. Santiago's going to get it about the 21-yard line, and that's where our offense is going to take over.
Yep, with 10 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
First and 10 Raiders from the 20.
We come out with one wide receiver to the top, trips down to the bottom, one running back in the backfield. Scotland Hennessy's our quarterback, and now the referee's moving on to the other hash. Or moves them to the middle of the field. White hat blows the play to begin. We send a man in motion. Little swing pass to number 1. He got one guy to miss. Cuts it upfield. And falls forward for a good play there. Going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. Jamon Ellis on the reception. We've got twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Handed off to number 1. He got him a hole. He's got open field, and they bring him down after about a 10-yard run, bringing up a first down for our Red Raiders.
Number 7. First down, Raiders.
Handed off to him again, number 1. He's got some lead blocking.
And there's a flag down.
I think there's a flag down.
By number 21, there is a flag on the play.
I'll be honest, I don't think they got everybody off the field. Let's see what they call here. Okay, it's on them.
It's preseason for everybody.
That's right. I was like, man, I didn't think that call could go towards the offense, but what in the world?
There's a ton of confusion down there. It's between the officials, our coaches.
A busted play by there.
Yep. Scotland went to hand it off, and there was nobody there for the handoff.
Nope.
Tennessee on the carry.
Going to bring up second down and about 6.
Second down. 15.
Scotland goes back to pass. He's going deep. And he just out-throws his receiver on that pass. Going to bring up third down and 15 for our Red Raiders. 9 minutes and 13 seconds left in the quarter.
Third down.
Third and long here.
Twin trips to the top, one wide receiver down to the bottom. They double covering San Diego down here at the bottom. High throw. Oh, and the ball's still live. He's going to walk in. We did not recover the ball. It was a backwards pass. And Valwood scoops it up to score. Coach Williams is not liking that call at all.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get together and talk about it either.
No, it sure don't look like the White Hats wanting to have anything to do with it. I do think it was a backwards pass, though, Sky.
I believe it was.
I think our running back run a little bubble back there. And
Well,
field goal goes up.
if we'd have thought about it, we could have got a replay of that, but we're still oblivious. We haven't gotten used to that yet.
No, we haven't.
Well, Heath, the one thing we can sit here and say is we get to see our guys respond to a little bit of adversity here.
Yeah, we do. Again, things ain't going our way tonight for sure. Let's see how we answer back here. As we get the ball back with 8 minutes and 59 seconds left in the quarter.
You know we got to be disappointed to give up a score that way.
And that goes back, man. That's a young running back back there. He don't really know to get on it like he should. And, you know, that's going to be a coaching moment next week, I think, for the coaching staff to make sure our guys understand those type of things.
Well, moments like that are why we're playing this game here tonight.
That's right. So he's going to go through the end zone. Our offense is now going to come back onto the field with 8 minutes and 57 seconds left in the quarter. And from our understanding, that's going to be it for varsity. But let's see how we answer back from that adversity. If I'm not mistaken, that's probably our first turnover of the year. Again, to me, you learn more from adversity sometimes you do winning. So let's see how we answer here, and if we can put a drive together that will stick and don't let the emotions get to us as much. That was the thing that seemed like right here, a couple of bad calls, emotions got involved, and we kind of lost our thinking. Fake the handoff. Quick pass to number 17 right up the middle. Complete to Noah Cawthorn for a first down.
Look like a little RPO right there.
That's right. Answer to the call. It looks like some cramping going on the field for Valwood.
Yep, following that big play for our offense there. Good little drive starter for us.
Yep. You like to see that coming out here. Quick pass, quick answer. Let's see if we can keep it going here.
Yeah, while they're sorting this out on the field, we'll take a short break and come right back. Okay, we're back at it after they were able to get that young man off the field again. Looked like he was cramping out there.
Yeah, when that leg goes up and they start pointing them toes back towards you, you know that's a cramp.
You know it doesn't feel good.
No, it don't. I don't think you ever get used to them things. Fake the handoff. He's going deep. And we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, that ball there just got away from Scott a little bit as he just threw that one way inside of his intended receiver.
And that's, you know, Scott, this is a learning moment.
Absolutely.
How do we respond to this type of adversity?
We've got a flag down on the field. We've got Red Raiders shaking up over here.
They called the offense back onto the field.
We've got the defense taking the field.
Yep. And I still don't know what the flag was for.
Nope.
Because ain't nobody moved. Our defense takes it over here. Valwood's into our territory already. Hands it off number 25. And he makes a guy miss. But we stack him up after a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Tackled by number 5, Marion. Second down and 7.
Valwood comes out with trips to the top, one wide receiver down to the bottom. Running back in the backfield, number 25. And they're just going to play the clock game here.
Yeah, as expected. I mean, they've got no reason to be in a hurry here unless they just wanted to practice it since it's a scrimmage.
And it's going to be a delay of game. Or see if they got a timeout before. They did get a timeout there called before the play clock went down.
Again, 7 minutes, 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And what we assume will be the conclusion of the varsity portion of this contest.
And, you know, as we talked last week, you know, we had a lot of good things to build off of. This week, we're going to have some things to correct for sure that they can see on film.
That's right, and it's good to get them out now and work on them now. And get things cleared up going into next week.
Our Red Raiders, they got trips up to the top. One wide receiver down here to the bottom, Valwood does. They're trying to spread us out. They hand it off to number, or fake the handoff. Fumble.
Ball's on the ground.
Oh, yes. And how in the world did he get that and pick it back up? That should be Bacon County ball. Let's go better. No, we never had control of it. Looking at the replay, we never had control of it.
Yeah, I seen our guys diving on the ground. I thought for sure we'd covered it up.
Number 25 reached there in between us, and we didn't have it covered up. They come with trip to the top, Twins down to the bottom, third and about 4. Fake the handoff to him. He's being given chase to. And he's going to sling a pass out there. We miss a tackle. He cuts back inside, and we finally bring him down. After a big gain. And I think our Red Raiders are going to call a timeout right here.
Yeah, we're kind of on our heels right now. We had a few things go wrong on that play where we looked like and seemed like we were going to stop them there, and then it just turns into a big play for Valwood.
Yep.
It's kind of one of those domino effects, the snowball effect here, as it seems like in the last few minutes. It's just started going downhill, and
we can't get out of our own way.
Yeah, we just can't seem to stop the bleeding right now. Again, you know, we talked about facing adversity. We didn't really get to see a lot of that last week because, you know, we were in control for most of the ball game and things were going our way. And now we're kind of on the flip side of that this week.
That's football for you. You have an up week and then a down week. And for our guys, again, see how we face adversity right here to get this bleeding to stop a little bit. Valwood comes out with Twins to the top, one wide receiver to the bottom. Hand it off to number 25. And we wrap him up. And they're going to blow it dead there after a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, with him, you got to wait until you hear the whistle blow to officially say anything because we've seen plenty of times tonight you think you got him wrapped up and he breaks free.
Hats off to that young man. He's definitely been the workhorse for them tonight. Clock's ticking down, 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Hand it off to him again. We meet him in the backfield, but he just breaks some arm tackles, makes another guy miss, and he's going to go in for a touchdown.
Wow. That's really all you can say there is he pretty much put on display about any sort of move you could find out right there.
Yeah, he's definitely and now we got a flag on the play. I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike on us.
Yeah, and you don't want to see that. You want to, you know, it's an emotional game. You want to see us, you know, keep our cool, just keep working out there.
Coach Williams is getting our guys huddled up together, trying to get their heads back in this game and back headed in the right direction. And, you know, again, like you said earlier, Scott, this is an emotional game, but you got to keep those emotions in check. You got to be able to do the right things and win the right way. And not only that, sometimes you got to lose the right way. So Valwood setting up for an extra point. He's going to up and kick it, and it's good. So 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Our Red Raiders are down 21-3.
We'll get back on offense, and we'll try to right some of these wrongs and get what momentum we can to go back in our direction.
I said this is a game of emotions and all the things that go with it. And as grown folks, we don't handle that real well. We're asking young men that are just learning this type of emotion, and let's see what they're made of now.
These guys, they're learning life lessons
Yep.
in the midst of these games. They're learning how to deal with things when they don't go their way and make the correct choice in those situations.
So they're going to mark off the penalty that we got for unsportsmanlike there after the score. That's going to put San Diego's heels back on the goal line. If I was him, I'd just lay it down on the tee and just squib kick it over there. Now, I know many years ago, and I don't know how all that works, but is this where the free kick could come into play if it was a real game?
Well, I definitely know the play you're referencing. It was Glenn Dobbins, and it would have been in the 2014 season because Glenn and his classmates graduated in 2015. I believe that took place in Pierce County.
In Pierce County, yep. High kick into the end zone. Again, that's one of those plays I know it's happened before. Just I ain't real familiar on when it can happen and things of that nature. But our Red Raiders are going to come out with 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Take over on offense. We run twins down to the bottom side, twins to the top side. One running back in the backfield. Scotland Hennessy at quarterback. Put a man in motion. Hand it off, or fake the hand off, swing it to number 12. He's got a block on the outside, and they run him out of bounds. And he's going to pick up a first down for our Red Raiders, it looks like. Well, maybe not. Going to bring up second down and short. Hand it off to number 1, it looks like. He spins, and he falls forward enough for a first down. Number 1 has definitely impressed me the last couple of weeks with everything that he brings to our team. And if he ever breaks one, I don't know if they got anybody over there fast enough to catch him.
Yeah, because he is electric.
Man in motion, swing it to him again, number 1. And he's trying to get past a blocker.
We're just trying to go to work out here on the perimeter.
Brings up second down and 8 for our Red Raiders. That should be a dead ball. Number 1 makes somebody miss. He's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, to me, it looks like they ain't getting their guys off the field fast enough. Bring a third down and 7. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in the quarter. We got twins to the top, twins to the bottom. swing pass again, number 1. He's trying to get outside.
Pass is complete to number 1.
Nowhere to go.
Tackle made by number 37.
Bring up 4th down and 5 for our Red Raiders. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the quarter. And we're going to go for it here.
Try to draw them
All
off.
sides, they don't jump. Play clock down to 14 seconds. We don't snap the ball.
Yep, just discombobulated right there.
False start. The offense.
I don't know who that was on. I said Sam didn't snap the ball. But he was looking like everybody else was supposed to be still too. I just don't know.
Yep, now we're going to come out and punt it away with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. With the Bacon County Red Raiders currently trailing 21-3.
We punted away. Nice punt by Isaiah.
And Heath, I'll say Valwood's played good across the line on both sides in the trenches. They've been physical. They haven't been afraid to tackle. They've played well on the perimeter and getting off blocks and playing through blocks, making tackles. They've just been a solid, fundamental team so far tonight.
Yeah, everything I felt like they were going to bring in here, they have done. And our guys have, we've had holes, we've had gaps, we've missed assignments. We've got to work on that arm tackling. That arm tackling next week ain't going to work because Clinch County's bringing a couple of running backs in here that would never say die attitude. And if we're going to arm tackle them, they're going to run on us all night. Valwood comes out with trips to the top, trying to pass. And we make a hit, but he just rolls off of it.
Complete to number 10. Tackle by host Raiders.
Again, we're making the hits, but we're not wrapping up at all. A big hit ain't going to bring nobody down all the time. We got they got twins to the top, one wide receiver down here to the bottom. Shotgun, snap, 14 seconds left on the play clock. Moving a couple of guys around. Hand it off number 25 again up the middle. And, man, he's just grounding on us.
25 on the carry. Flag on the play.
And we've got another flag on the play. Going to be another unsportsmanlike by our Red Raiders.
Personal foul on the defense.
Big 15-yard penalty there against our Red Raiders. And, man, that's killer right there. We've got to learn to keep our emotions in check.
Yeah, those penalties will kill you in a hurry.
Like I said, I know it ain't the outcome we're wanting. This ain't the game we're wanting. Draws back to pass. Number 23 is giving chase, and he throws it incomplete. Again, that quarterback we knew coming into here was going to be shifty and hard to bring down, and he's made every qualification he brought into this game.
Yeah, he's done well escaping the pocket and getting out to the outside, and then, he's shown some good arm talent at times, throwing the ball on the run.
Our Red Raiders come out with a 4-man defensive front. Quarterback steps up, changes the play. Number 25 joins him in the backfield. And looks like Valwood's going to call a timeout.
Timeout offense.
And we'll take a timeout as well here on the Red Raider broadcast. All right, we're back here. 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. Valwood with a 2nd and 10 from the Raider 42-yard line.
Draws back to pass. Little high, but we had that one covered. He really didn't want to catch that one.
All right.
It was like number 22 was coming in to make the hit. Caden Barnes. They run twins to the bottom, twins to the top. Quarterback drops back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. And he's got a guy open there on the sideline. And we bring him down. Number 15 and number 22 brings him down on the tackle, but not after a first down.
You know, quarterbacks like this, they're just really good at frustrating you as
yeah.
a defense because, you know, you look out there on that play and we collapse the pocket and he's just able to step up and evade it and, you know, make a good throw on the move.
You know, that's definitely something, another added weapon they have for the defense that we've got to keep an eye on. And, like, they definitely have exploited that here in the third quarter. And our Red Raiders look like we're going to take a timeout right here. And it just seems like we never could get it together tonight, Sky, on the varsity level.
Yeah, it's almost like we came out maybe a little flat, maybe still kind of, you know, riding the emotions of last week because maybe some of that energy just hasn't been there tonight, and we've just been a little off.
Yeah, it's been something, like I said, I don't know what's missing. I agree with you. I think we were riding that high and didn't think we were going to be, you know, didn't think we were going to get knocked down, but we've been hitting the mouth tonight. And at times we've answered pretty good, but at other times not as much. I mean, again, that's good, you know, preseason, learning, new coaching staff. We can use all the excuses we want to use, but we just got to get better. Fake the handoff.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Nice sack there.
That's Scooter Johnson with the sack.
Number 13, Scooter Johnson.
I've seen him running down several plays tonight.
Yep. Great job by him here late in the third quarter. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Hand it off to number 25 up the middle. He's got blockers.
We'll bring him down around the 5 or right inside the 5. Just another big play there by number 25 for Valwood as he's been a really solid back tonight, Heath.
Yep. And looks like we got a Red Raider down on the other side of the field with cramps.
Yep, so they're going to have to sort that out and work on him. So we'll take a break and come right back.
Valwood comes out, hands it off to number 25.
We're able to stack him up that time in the backfield.
Great job by our D-line there not to let nothing happen. Number 3 on the carry, they said.
We're under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Got a minute and 48 seconds on the clock.
They run with a very tight, heavy-looking set. They do have one wide receiver to the top side. Hand off number 3 again. And we knock him down right at the goal line. Going to bring up third down for Valwood. One minute and 15 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Valwood's third and goal, very close to the touchdown. And they blow it. No touchdown. So bring up fourth down. Our Red Raiders here defensively are bowing their necks. Big fourth down stop for our Red Raiders here. Fake the handoff to number 1, and he's going to fall in. And we stat him up in the backfield, but he was still able to get to the touchdown.
Yep, just his shiftiness and then a little finish there at the end.
Yep. And 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Valwood takes a lead of 27-3 with the point after try to come. Again, it's just not been our night sky at all.
No.
For this ball game.
We just haven't had much go our way, and, you know, when we've shown glimpses, that's really all they've been. It's just glimpses, you know. We haven't been able to put together much with any consistency. We've got 3 different guys down here on the sideline trying to get stretched out, and they're dealing with something.
You know, it's hot and muggy for sure. That's something we got to make sure we're taking care of ourselves during the week and getting enough hydration in. And because unfortunately, in South Georgia, it's hot.
So again, the PAT is up and good, and Valwood will bring the score here 28-3 with 25 seconds to go in the third quarter.
We run 3 guys out to field the field goal. Number 6, Roderick Adams. Number 7, Santiago Bazell. And number 26,
Zai.
McClarity. And they must have had a penalty somewhere along the line because they're kicking off from the 25-yard line. Must have been a personal foul. Marked them back 15 yards. Valwood kicks a high kick. Santiago fields it about the 22, 23-yard line, and our offense is going to come onto the field.
Yep, one last little run here you anticipate for the varsity guys.
Our Red Raiders come out. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom, one running back in the backfield. 23 seconds left in this third quarter. Scotland Hennessy at quarterback. Hands it off to number 6. And he's tackled behind the line. Going to lose a yard on the play. And I think that's going to be the end of the third quarter, Sky.
Yeah, just nothing going there on the perimeter. As Valwood showing some good closing speed on the outside here tonight.
And it does look like our JV is going to take over.
Yep, the varsity portion of this game will close out with Valwood leading 28-3, and now those JV guys will get in there and get some reps.
I said it's definitely, you take it the way you want to take it, but to me, something like this should always be a learning experience.
Yeah, there's always plenty to learn from in losses. And, you know, humility is always a week away.
Yep.
Last week, come out, big win, come in tonight riding a high, and it just wasn't our night.
No, you just have nights like that.
And it's something we'll learn from. I know earlier we talked about sustaining success, and, you know, we've seen tonight that to stay at that level, it requires a lot. And, you know, you just can't flip the switch off. You got to keep it on at all times.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Sky, that, you know, you can't stay riding high on a victory. The next week game's always coming. And if you're looking back at that, you're never going to grow. And for our guys, again, that's what I want them to take out of this, man. This ain't, yeah, it's not what we wanted at the end of the day. But let's learn from it. Let's move on. Because we got the rest of the season to go.
Yeah, and these coaches, they're going to do a great job this week using this game, using this tape. These guys are going to learn a lot from this without a doubt.
Yep. And looks like our JV defense is going to come onto the field. With a lot of different faces looking, and, you know, these freshmen and things like that, sophomores, get a chance to taste the field here. This is what preseason is all about. Valwood comes, fakes a handoff, but hands it off to fullback, right up the middle. He makes a couple of guys miss, and he's finally tracked down.
Yep, that's number 9, DJ Peterson.
Great job by that young man to track it down. And
good little effort play there.
Yep.
That's what you want to see out of these guys. A lot of these guys have been standing on sideline all night, so when they get in there, you know, you want to see them go full speed and make a mark in their own way.
That's right. They do a little shuttle pass up to the top side, number 88. And, man, I'll give Valwood credit. When you put the ball in their running back or wide receiver's hands, they don't slow down. They don't stop. They keep their wheels turning. And, again, they get in second, third, and fourth effort out of it for sure.
They've got some athletes. There's no doubt about it. They're well coached. They've come in. They've executed well. They've done their jobs.
Yeah, everything that was on the scouting report for Valwood, they definitely answered that. we're trying to run different players in and fake the handoff again, hand it off number 23. And he's going to go in for the score here real quick. Less than 2 minutes. Valwood went down the field and scored against our Red Raider JV defense.
Yep, just a couple of explosive plays there, and that's just how it goes sometimes.
And Valwood kicks the point after try. Let's see if our Red Raider offense, JV offense, see how they stack up here.
Got Hunter Driggers in there at quarterback.
He bobbles the snap and is met by a host of
Got a little bit of pushing and shoving going on down there.
Yep.
Coach Thad was not happy about that. He grabbed our guy by the shoulder pads and gave him an earful right there.
Yep. Our Red Raider JV offense comes out with twins to the top, twins down to the bottom. One running back in the backfield with our quarterback. Number 28 takes the handoff, tries to go up to the top side, and nothing there. Going to bring up third down and about 15 for our Red Raiders.
Yeah, again, Valwood's just done a great job containing the edges all night, not letting us, beat them on the perimeter.
We come down with trips to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Hunter goes back to throw and overthrows our wide receiver, and it's intercepted all the way down there about the 50-yard line. And Valwood's defense steps up big with an interception.
Yep. That clock just keeps on ticking down as we're under 4 minutes here in the game.
Valwood comes out with twins to the top side, one wide receiver to the bottom. Man in motion. Little shuttle pass again. He's trying to get outside, and he's got the edge. And is brought down by number 6.
30 on the carry. Tackle by number 6, Adams.
Valwood comes out, man in motion again, up to the top side, number 88. He's trying to get outside, but number 9 wraps him up and drags him down. He's going to pick up a first down. Number 88 definitely got some wheels on him.
Tackle made by number 9.
Going to be first down and 10 for Valwood. Clock's down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We had him in the backfield. Man missed. He's going to pick up a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, and that's just been one of the themes of the night is we just missed too many tackles.
Yeah, it's definitely haunted us for sure. We're going to have to get to some tackling drills, I think, as a coaching staff this week. Little trap play. And he's going to go in for a score.
33 on the carry. Touchdown.
Yep. Well, about a minute and 10 seconds left. So, Heath, we'll just start wrapping it up. I mean, to sum it up, I mean, I've seen a lot of, to be honest, just the little things biting us tonight, you know, like not wrapping up on tackles, you know, letting them break quite a few tackles, procedure penalties, you know, not, you know, maybe controlling our emotions the best at times with some unsportsmanlike penalties and just things like that that'll beat you in the end.
Yeah, we were definitely our own worst enemy tonight. Emotions, not handling them in the right ways. Again, Coach Williams and staff's going to have a lot to clean up this week. And, you know, as somebody that, you know, knows Coach Williams well, this is going to eat at him. He's one he don't want to lose, but he wants to lose the right way if he's got to lose. And he's got a standard he wants his team to hold to. And, you know, sometimes you got to face this adversity to get to that point that they'll understand and see. So, for me, I want to see what growth we have this coming up week with our guys. And you see how they answer coming in for Clinch County because that's going to be a big task for us.
Yeah, you know, we want to learn as much as possible from this, but at the same time, you don't want to dwell on it too much and look back on it too much because you've got a huge game coming up next week and one that, you know, it counts in the record books. And, I mean, you're playing a really good team.
That's right. And they're definitely going to come over here with a chip on their shoulder. Clinch County don't go anywhere unless they think they expect to win everywhere they go. And our guys, we better be ready to answer that call because I just don't think we were ready tonight.
Yeah, I believe in these coaches. I believe in their ability to, you know, coach these guys up from this. And we'll see our guys come out with some fire and energy next week and be looking ready to get after it.
Yep.
And so with that being said, we'll sign off tonight here from the Red Kingdom in Bacon County, and we'll be right back here again next week as we play yet another home game as Clinch County comes to town, and we'll be here on the broadcast and looking forward to seeing all of our fans turn out. We'll see what these Red Raiders can do next week as we look forward to them bouncing back. We'll see you later.
Go Raiders.